Oh, baby. Back in the old truck this morning because we're on a bit of a mission. Old team's back together.
We do. Who's our IG fans?
Right then, farming, shall we? Got here like a dream, didn't she? Why have I still got my truck? I haven't had time to clean it up and try and sell it. I don't really know how to value it either because it was owned by the breaker of things. We've had rather a lot on. I haven't found a second to deal with that. Also, having an extra towing vehicle around for the next month, whilst we've got sheep everywhere, is not a bad thing, really. Gonna have to help do out with this mouse because she's been on it for days. There better be one under there after all this. No, he's done you, look. You see that? He's living in there. No, you leave him alone, you little bully. So this morning's a very important day. My fodder beet is being delivered. I haven't been able to get hold of any because it's been so wet that they haven't actually been able to harvest it. And then it's D-Day for my ewe lambs.
Went for a walk with the stars last night. Did not believe that I would end up right. Lucky endings were not something for me. I drove around all across the land. Thought that I was caught in a one-man band, but playing all the sad and lonely songs. My faith was lost.
Right, fodder beet delivered. This is what we feed everything on. Sheep, cows, goats, the whole lot. It's cheap, it's £35 a tonne. That's 12 tonne. And I swear by it. Now, we're off to move some sheep. The ewe lambs, it's D-Day. I'm going to get them in and have a little look for them. We've got to move them anyway, and we're going to make some decisions. Here are the ewe lambs. Right, so let me explain. So in here, we have some ewe lambs that we put in with the ram, and we scanned them. If they are in lamb, they've got either a red dot or a green dot on their backs. So that there's a green dot, that's carrying a single. If they ran with the ram and we scanned them and they were empty, they've got a red dot on the back of their heads. And then the others, no dots, they've just been running dry. There's a slight issue. So in order for us to scan them, we had to put them in with some of our ewes. So they were in a big mob. Now there were rams in there, so these have technically seen a ram again, and we couldn't get them out immediately just because we just don't have enough hours in the day. And we were already spread very thin, so it was one of those things we just sort of thought, well, it is what it is. There is every possibility that these have been tucked now. Obviously we'll only be like 2 weeks in lamb if they are, but there is that possibility. So we're thinking if they've got a red dot on the back of their heads and they're meat, then we'll sell those and we'll leave the dry hogs alone. Otherwise, obviously they'll then lamb in like July, and then we're going to have ewes that are well out of sync. Anyway, we can capitalise on the good price and also still keep quite a few tags going to our flock. Sounds like a plan. That's if they're meat though, anyway. What are you doing with them two things though? Cool. Okay. There are a few ewes in here, so that's a triplet, that's a twin. And then the ones with the red on the back of the heads are empty. So if I'm going to take some of these hogs to Ashford, I will probably take those ewes as well, and we'll clear them up. And then the hogs are going to a nice place for a couple of months, and then the in-lambers we'll probably bring home, or we might take them all there and then bring them home next week.
And you came along with the love so strong. You took me out of the cold into the fire. You picked me up when I'm down on the ground. Whenever I'm low, you were lifting me higher. And when I am lost, you make sure that I'm found. Out of the cold.
We loaded them, we were like, no, we're going to keep them, we're going to keep them. And then we were like, well, sure, overdraft, so all of mine are bad. We're just going to go back through them quickly. Problem is, they haven't done quite like I thought they had, so we were like, oh yeah, well, we can get rid of that one, get rid of that one, but they're actually, the ones we want to get rid of are a bit lean, so it's not ideal. Thing is, they're just not quite there. Right, we did a lot of back and forth with those sheep, way too much. But to be honest, they haven't done quite as well as I was hoping, so it kind of made the decision a little bit easier. We have pulled a few out, and I'll show you in a second. Camera died, classic. We'll see how we get on with the rest of the fat lambs we've got. And if we get really desperate, we've got a bit of a piggy bank here, haven't we? I'm gonna go and get the other load. I haven't got a unit, so that's not good. But hopefully, Thea will keep them in for a minute. Right, I am back with the next load. I've been having some major GoPro malfunctions. So let me tell you what I've done. I've got some on the top deck, which I'm gonna take home and think about. With some coal use. And then I've got some on the bottom deck, which are gonna stay until it gets to £10 a kilo. There is a Cullew there, by the way, and I did miss that with the race, so that was handy. Guys, just walk around there, like the others did. Very, very special animals, these. Yeah, darling, go on, jump over the fence. There we go. Painful as usual, but they're in. Not the best keep in the world, but there's a bit to peck about at. Got some fodder beets and whatnot, so they'll be all right. So here are a few ewe lambs that we will probably sell. I've just brought them back to the farm now because they're much easier to get to. A lot of our sheep are out of keep. There's no fences. It's just a bit of a faff getting some off, like splitting some off. Makes it not really worth it. But if we've got them back here, it's a bit easier, isn't it? Why would you do that? It's a little guy that's born in August. Cool, my son. Eating all my lambing grass. Are they going to escape? They are, aren't they? Let's put a gate across there. Come and have a look at this. I haven't even seen it yet. So in the dirtiest part of the barn, the escapey goat has had two tiny little goats. Hello. Should we get her some straw and a clean?
It's really clean in that pen.
Oh, you've done it there. Second to last job. Fodder beet for the cows. Finally, now it's here. Right, I've got to go and check that my ewes aren't stuck on their backs now. This is the last week of this because they're coming home at the end of the week. It's going to be nice. And tomorrow we're going to go and have a look at some fat lambs, I think. So I'll catch you then. Morning. Found somewhere for our hoggets, so we're going to move our hoggets this week. I'm going to go through them this afternoon and try and draw some fat ones, I think. I think that's the plan. It's a very fluid plan. I can't go to Ashford in the morning because I'm helping someone tomorrow, so I can't get some lambs in the morning and take them. So I might do the same as I done last week and take them the night before, which is tonight. But yeah, I'm still working that out. First up, I'm going to get a bit of fodder beet out to my llamas, including some down the road. I don't have a tractor, so I have to do it by hand, which is great. Everything loves eating them. Isn't that right, Indy? Lovely. Just dropped some beets into where we dropped the ewe lambs off yesterday. I don't think they're going to find them, but just got to put in a footpath. Majiggy, because I forgot yesterday. Not a very well trodden footpath, so I wasn't sweating, but we still have to do it because we're model citizens and all that. I think it goes through here somewhere, I'm not sure. Better get it right or we'll be in trouble. The old walk-in police will be out. Oh, you've moved the footpath 4 metres. Ah, there it is. So I just cut like a big bit of water pipe like that, and then we just like, just so people can walk and put their dog under there and step over it without getting a shot. The real job today is we want to go to where our lambs are that are on the oats and get them in and just handle them and see how they're doing. If we've got enough, I'm going to run them up to Ashford this evening. They hadn't been doing quite as well as what I'd hoped because of the weather, I think. I'm blaming it on the weather anyway, not my shepherding skills. Now I have found a bit of keep for them to get us through March. Probably for all of them really, but if I can offload some, get them in the bank, I'd rather do that because the price is really good. So we're gonna go and get them in, have a look through them. Hopefully there's a load there fit, but if not, it's what it is, isn't it? All my little messing around jobs are done. Now I'm gonna get down to trying to find some fat lambs. Just got in our ewes and lambs. These are the ones that we pulled off yesterday. I thought long and hard about it all night, ladies. And I've decided that I'm gonna give them a week on the grass here. And if the price is there next week, then we'll sell them. If the price falls back, then it's fate. The price just keeps going from strength to strength. Some of them aren't quite finished. See how we feel about it. Not make any rash decisions, but realistically, we'll probably sell them next week. So let me just show you this in here. Where is she? This little ewe here. This one. So I bred her the year before last, kept her all the way through all of this year, put her to the ram, had her away at keep, all the costs involved in that, she scammed empty. So she's gone from at one point probably being worth 150 quid to probably being worth 100 now. Not ideal, is it? Not ideal at all. So that's the risk of holding these, you see. But you get a few of them, and to be honest, I think I'm gonna put her in my freezer. So to summarise, I just need to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is there? 5 ewes out of there. They're gonna come with me. Gonna go and shut that gate so I don't make the same mistake I did last week.
It's creeping up under my skin. The fear of never seeing you ever again. It's creeping up under my skin. The fear of never seeing you ever again.
Job's a peach. Oh, that's some good hogs there. See you next week. Go and see how these lambs are done. Right, here are the lambs. Infinitely better than they felt last week, which is nice. So what I'm thinking is we'll probably sell things like these little shapy guys. We forgot the red tub that goes on the front of the wrapper that's got all our pins in, so we were a bit short of pins to make a race. Just going to pull the better ones out and probably take them. Only problem is there's not a great deal of weight to them. So we grazed them on this kale. There's like, it's been like a cover crop that they're pheasants and stuff in, next to the oats, and we just fenced it inside because they're done with this. Look at that. Munch that. I think we're just going to pull anything that's meat and then into this pen, and then go through them after that. That's the plan. And I'll put this up here or something.
My new coat.
So he's got a new coat.
It's got a clear visor.
That's your favourite bit about it, isn't it?
Do you know what I like? I don't have to worry about having an awful zip, because it doesn't
goes
have
on
a
your
zip.
chin.
It just goes like that with one bit of Velcro.
Cute. And you look cute.
So I just don't have to worry about zips.
I think. All them worries.
All
them worries in your life. You got claret all down that.
It's not, it's soy sauce.
Right, of course it is. Right, alright, let's go. Let's start. Less time to think.
I've been walking in the woods alone, trying so hard to find my way back home. There's no reason to give in or let go. All that's left is my corroded soul. I've been walking round in circles too, chase my tail around a tree or two. Still I hope to see the rise of dawn, and you are walking in beside me too. It's creeping up under my skin. The fear of never seeing you ever again. It's creeping up under my skin. The fear of never seeing you ever again. Ever again.
These are all the fat lambs I've drawn, apart from 1 or 2 that might have slipped past me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull all the little Romneys out, and we're just going to have a big one day, just going to take the whole lot, because then they sort of mix in a bit easier. Because otherwise you got sort of, I didn't mean to do that one, you got like that and that, see what I mean? Not very easy. So I'm just going to run them through again, pull all the Romneys out, and then that's probably enough to go on my trailer. There they are. I'm just going to get them through the race again, just make sure they're fit enough, and then get going. I won't miss this stuff, that's for sure. So do you want to hear a funny story? Just rang the auctioneer. I said, have you got many little lambs in? He said, yeah. I was like, okay. He said, if you can, I'd do them next week after I just sorted them all out. Probably should have rang him first, to be fair. Obviously, there's still going to be a lot. Like, they're still going to be fine because the trade's good. And Zoe's been to check the in-lamb ewes, and there's one there with a prolapse. So she's run off to get a spoon. I've got about a 45-minute journey to the market, 45 minutes back, pushing daylight a little bit. She's probably going to need a hand to catch that ewe with a prolapse. So I think I'm going to do them next week. What a mess about the last 2 days have been. I only get one chance to sell them, don't I? So I want it to be right. Right, let's go and catch this ewe with a prolapse, shall we? Okay, then. Just here to see if I can find this ewe. I have one tiny little bit of string to catch her and tie her up with. Not a lot of gear in my new truck. Bit annoying one with a prolapse, but silver linings. First day, we haven't had a ewe stuck on her back. Done a brag or anything, but sod's law, it's a teg that I bred. That's good, isn't it? She's a triplet though, in all fairness. But still, that's less than ideal. Ooh. Ooh, that might even be a bit much for YouTube. A vaginal and an anal one. Double prolapse. Lovely. Believe it or not, my little spaniel's awesome at just catching one sheep, but there's 300 ewes in here, pregnant ewes, behind electric. I don't really want to start doing that. Don't go through here. I got you. Shh. Shh. All right. I'm going to tie you up, babes. Spoon.
Follow what?
Spoon. I think it's pretty obvious what I'm about to do. Why is it called a spoon? Because it looks like a spoon. The washing up's never got so bad that I've had to eat one of these in the caravan. Yet.
Only because we never have a new one.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't eat. Nah, only a new one I'd eat off if things got really bad. She's got up. She bust out of my hog tie and she's just chilling. Rather embarrassed that I tied her up. Cut the bit out of my video. Here we have a sheep with a prolapse. First time I visited her. Right, come here, sugar. We need to wash that off. Relieves a bit of pressure. Right, end on a success. Zoe's going for a wee in the woods.
Chris?
Zoe's having a wee in the woods. And I'm going home because I've got a really early day tomorrow. See you next time.